Recently on YouTube, I found the Draw My Life videos. Each of those videos taught me something because there's always a lesson we can learn through others' experiences. And that's why I'm sharing the story of my dad's life. And I know that it will inspire you as much as it inspired me. And yes, it is a true story. So meet my dad. On 9th Feb in 1970, he was born to my grandparents Sushila Bai and Gurpada Padharne. The month of February was actually a Shivratri month. So, he was named Shivraj, where the letters THRI were replaced by the letter J. From the very beginning, his life was a bit of a struggle. He was born in a very small village where every family was going through difficult times. Also, my father was the fifth child. He had 3 sisters and 5 brothers, but he had lost 2 sisters and a brother. There were days when they used to starve for hours together, but my grandparents worked day and night to provide at least one meal. My grandfather was a farmer and was uneducated, but that didn't stop him from working hard. People used to cheat him, and he was paid badly even after days and days of work. My dad grew up around nature, and that's actually the reason why he fell in love with science. He wanted to study more. His large family lived in their small little house. It was very difficult to manage, but they did it. On rainy days, their little shelter was of no use as they ended up getting wet anyway. During the nights, they all used to sleep on the ground. But that wasn't all. Sometimes they were disturbed by rats too. The good part though was that my dad was finally able to go to government school when he was about 5. He would go barefoot every single day to school. Yes, without shoes. But he didn't care. All he ever wanted to do was learn. Because of the financial conditions, his clothing was not that good. He would have to wear torn clothes some days, and that hurt his feelings, especially when people made fun of him. He would go home crying. But at least there was one good thing. He always had his family. What next? He loved school. By 2nd grade, he knew all the tables till 50. He was so hardworking and always came first in class. He couldn't afford a book though, so he used to use a single sheet of paper again and again. He would write on it as lightly as possible and then wash the paper carefully with water to smudge off the ink. In the evenings, there was never any light to do homework, so he would sit next to the firewood while his mother cooked dinner for him. There was never anyone to go to ask questions, so he had to work extra hard and figure things out by himself. Some days, he would even go to the road and sit under the government light and study all night long. But there was childhood fun too. He used to play the marble game, in which the player tries to win all his friends' marbles. His friends would eventually buy them back, but my dad would win over them again. In 4th grade, he started selling vadas on the road with his brother. They walked miles and miles every day without shoes. He himself wouldn't eat the vadas because he knew that they were not made hygienically. He had had to make many sacrifices, many days without food. My dad hated his life, which is why he worked hard. He knew that if he got education, his life would be better, much better. So, he even started teaching his younger brother. He was really strict, but today his younger brother thanks him for making him a successful doctor. My father and one of his elder brothers soon started running their own store around only 6th grade. He would manage to study and run the store together. His childhood was not like ours at all. It was very different. It only consisted of carrying buckets and buckets of water every day, running a store, playing the game of marbles, also called Kotya, and studying. Thanks to his unfortunate life, his store had to get robbed completely. Some mean man stole it. I always wonder how my dad had the courage to keep going. Since his store got robbed, my dad couldn't stand staying in that village any longer. Also, there was education only till 7th grade, so he left. He was only in 7th grade when he left his house. After leaving, his elder brother put him in school, where he managed to continue education through all his scholarships. He wouldn't miss a single one. Then good things happened. In 10th grade, he was a topper in the city, and more people started to know him. There was an entire article about him in the newspaper. He wanted to become a scientist or an engineer, but his backup plan was a sweeper, at least in a big company. He got accepted in a college and started earning steadily. He finally had some shoes on, a pair of clothes, some food, and his best friend's books. He was also very religious and still is. And then came the best moment of his life. He got accepted to IIT, but at the same time, he saw a computer for the first time in his life and fell in love with engineering. He worked as a professor side to side and would teach students elder to him. Around that time, he also married my beautiful mother, Shubhangi. Both my parents completed education, and then I was born, the best part of their lives. Or not. My parents named me Shivangi, which is a combination of my dad's and my mom's name. My parents gave me the life that they always wanted. I had a home, a school to go to, shoes, clothes, toys, TV, food, and I had many books that I could use to study. I'm thankful for everything. Remember his dream to be at least a sweeper in a big company like Intel? But no, he didn't need his backup plan. He was more than just that. He worked there as an employee. It was not just a dream anymore. Even though his ambition was to study in a huge university like Stanford, Harvard or Oxford, at least he got this far. Today, I have 3 siblings, Saloni, Teju and Ashish. And he works very hard to manage 4 kids. We didn't even go through 0.00005% of what he went through. To all those people who laughed at my dad, you just got jacked. Big time. Thanks to the man who robbed the store, my dad would have never left the village. So just remember, everything happens for a reason. My dad has been a vada seller, a salesman, a teacher, an engineer, but most of all, a great father. He always has a smile on his face, and no one would even imagine that such a jolly fellow has gone through all of this. So keep your goals wide and clear in your mind, and work hard. Be thankful for your blessings, and never, ever give up, because everything happens for a reason.